Hi guys, it's Emily from Novel Novels and welcome to today's video. This is my Jane Austen July TBR. Now, as you can see, I thought I would film on a day when it's really hot and sunny because later in the week apparently it's supposed to rain. I thought, do you know what, I like my videos out in here, and seeing as this is about July, let's go for it. Now I decided that because this readathon is so special, I would do a separate video just for this. I will be putting, this is going to be on an extra day, on a Wednesday, but I will be putting my July TBR up on the Friday, I think. And so I will link obviously this video to that when it all goes out and everything. So that'll be where you'll see what other books I'm reading. Yes, I'm setting myself a challenge in July, but I had to go for Jane Austen July. This is one of my favourite readathons of the whole year. I love October obviously, but this is like my halfway through the year setup, and it gets me in the mood for classics. And something I love. So let's get on with it. I'll tell you the hosts are Katie from Books and Things, Marissa from Blatantly Bookish, and they have an extra host this year, Claudia from Spencer's Library. Now what I will do, because obviously I can't link too many videos, I will link Marissa's and Katie's videos below with their announcement, with all the prompts, you know me, with all the prompts and with everything. But they've got some good prompts. Now, most of the prompts are ones I think they do like every year, but that's fine because it gives us the year to prepare for them. And this year I'm going good. I'm not going to overkill myself off, but I'm going for books I'm excited about. So I'm just realising I'm going to put that side so I can move everything across. So the first prompt, just to participate, as long as you do the first prompt, you're in Jane Austen July. That's all they ask. And that is to read one of Jane Austen's 6 novels. So you've got a choice of Persuasion, Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, Emma, Mansfield Park, Northanger Abbey. I think they're her 6 main novels. But this year I'm deciding to go, and what they are also doing is they are doing 2 group reads. So the first book is the book that I'm doing for their group reads. Their group reads are Mansfield Park and Persuasion. Now you guys know I read Persuasion last year, so I'm only going to be doing one of the 2 options, which is what I always do every year. But this year I'm going to reread Mansfield Park because I love this book. I always like to do a reread and a new book, but obviously next year I won't be able to do that because I would have read all of her 6 novels. I loved Mansfield Park. It's one of my favourite Jane Austen novels. It's about a family, Fanny, who goes to live with her aunt and uncle, I believe. I don't know I can't remember everything. And she goes to live with her aunt and uncle and her cousins because her family aren't so well off. There is a little romance in this. It's quite an easy book. It's not one of her biggest books. I think it's like 450 odd pages. But it's one I read a couple of years ago. Loved it. Can't wait to redo it. Finally going to read over it again. I always wonder whether with Jane Austen books, will I love it more the second time because now I've read more classics? Will I enjoy it more? Will I enjoy it less? I don't know. Let's see how I go. Then I know, you guys won't believe it, I have not read Sense and Sensibility yet. So I'm going to read that. That's my first time reading it. I know it's about sisters, Eleanor Dashwood and her pretentious younger sister, Marianne. I've heard it's quite a sort of funny book. Obviously about the sisters, it's got comparisons to Pride and Prejudice. My edition's not very long. It's only about 300 pages, so that's quite good. It's quite one of her shorter ones, I believe. Yeah, it's not even 300 pages, so exciting. I'm wondering whether, a lot of people have said whether you like this or you like Pride and Prejudice, but I'm wondering which one I'm going to like because I know I love Pride and Prejudice. But I will finally be getting to that. So they're my 2 of the main novels. Read something of Jane Austen's that isn't one of her 6 novels. Now because I've gone for a big TBR in July, well, anyway, I've decided, I remember finding this in one of my charity shops, or a Penguin's Black Classics, and this is The Beautiful Cassandra. So it's only about 50 pages, but it does count. It's one of her extra books. It's one of her short stories, and it's a Penguin Black Classics, which I love. I don't know anything about it. It's one of her early stories of drunks, prisoners, and prison breaks. So this will be fun. Looking forward to finally getting to this. It's not one of the ones I've actually read. Now the next prompt is one that I've been excited about for a year because I've been saving these books up for a whole year. And you guys know what I'm like. I bought them, I don't even know if I bought them for Jane Austen July last year and didn't get around to it or what. and this is Read a Modern Retelling of Jane Austen's books. I know that my friend Charlie is sending me another book for Jane Austen July, which I will try and read as an extra one if I get time. But I bought this full price last year on Amazon, Longborne, and it's one that's been spoken about so many times. It's wash day for the housemaids at Longborne Hall, and Sarah's hands are chapped and raw. Domestic life below the stairs, ruled with a tender heart and an iron wall by Mrs. Hill, the housekeeper, about to be disturbed by the arrival of a new footman bearing secrets and of the sea. So this is supposed to be really good. I know a lot of the hosts have raved about it last year. I know it's a reimagining of Pride and Prejudice. You guys know I love Pride and Prejudice. So this is one I'm really super excited about. Sorry about that. My road, the only thing about being in the garden is you can hear main road. Now, the lovely Charlie sent me this last year. This is a Mr. Darcy retelling, so it's another Pride and Prejudice retelling. Every woman wants to be Elizabeth Bennet Darcy, a beautiful, gregarious, university admired, strong, daring and outspoken, a thoroughly modern world woman of crinolines. And every woman wants to fall madly in love with Mr. Darcy. Tall, dark and handsome. Their passion is consuming, idyllic, and essentially they can't keep their hands off each other. Hold on to your bonnets. This is a sexy, epic and poignant retelling of, sort of romantic sequel to Pride and Prejudice that goes beyond that. Oh, exciting! Charlie sent me this last year. I know it's quite a big book, but it's one that I've been really, really excited about. So when Charlie offered to send it to me, I thought, yay! Perfect, fun, just what I need. So those are the two I would definitely be reading. But like I said, I may be reading other ones, depending on what time I have. And the next prompt. Read a book by a contemporary of Jane Austen. I don't have that one. I'm not going to kill myself. I am going to the library at the start of July, so if I get a chance, I'm going to look for Belinda. There is, on the host's announcements, there is a link to a Goodreads page which will tell you some of the contemporaries of Jane Austen. But yeah, I couldn't really find something easy for that, so I thought I may miss a prompt. Don't die of shock, I'm going to miss a prompt. The next one is to watch a... No, I've missed a prompt. Here we go. Read a non-fiction work. Prompt number 3, sorry, I missed a work. Read a non-fiction work about Jane Austen on her time period, a late Georgian or Regency era. Now, I know that Lucy Foley's written quite a few. Not Lucy Foley. I know what I mean. I know that there are quite a few that are online. Jane Austen at Home, and there is another book on Georgian times over on Amazon. There's 2 quite good books by them. And I cannot remember the life of me. I will link below 2 of the books that the titles of 2 of the books that I was thinking that you could use for that. But I've not gone with this. My sister Charlie gave me this book back because I originally gave it to her. And this is Jane Austen, A Family Record. This is an account of Jane Austen's life, background and literary career, and collects together all the documented facts about the novelist. It has got so many it's got pictures, it's got information. So here you go, you can see some pictures. I don't know who that's about, so I've randomly picked that. We've got some maps in here, we've got some information. Oh, here we go, A Family Record. So we've got some pictures of Jane Austen. This looks really, really good. So when Charlie gave me this isn't too long, it's only about 300 pages, but it's a non-fiction book about Jane Austen, and that's one I'm really looking forward to. Now, the next one, the penultimate prompt is to watch a direct screen adaptation of a Jane Austen book. Now, you guys know that when I went shopping with Gemma at some point, I found 2 adaptations, 2 films, and I'm not sure which one to go for. So I've got Pride and Prejudice, which I've got the anniversary edition, which I'm really looking forward to getting to, or Sense and Sensibility. Now, obviously, I'm reading Sense and Sensibility, the book. So do I read this, which has got Emma Thompson, Alan Rickman, Kate Winslet, and Hugh Grant, some of the actresses I love, or do I read this one, which has got Crispin Bonham Carter, Helen Bonham Carter, something related to that, Susanna Harker, so Colin Firth. God, I love Colin Firth. Eek, I'm tempted. What do I go for? That or that? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below, which one do I go for? And then the last prompt is to watch a modern screen adaptation of a Jane Austen book. The host can give you really good prompts, ideas for this. The one I may well go for, if I find it in the charity shops in time, will be Bridget Jones's Diary, because that's, again, a Pride and Prejudice one, but that'll be quite good for that prompt. So, I will link below, obviously, the host videos. I will link below the title of the book that I was thinking about, because my brain had a brain freeze. But guys, are you doing it? Let me know in the comments below. Are you doing Jane Austen July? Are you going to do a separate TBR video? If you are, let me know in the comments below and I will check out your videos as well. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and not subscribed yet, ring on my ding-a-ling. And I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.